Kelechi and Ryan. Today, X-Files actor David Duchovny. Plus actress Susan Kelechi Watson from This Is Us. And we've got more cute cats to show you as our Check Me Out video contest continues. All next on Live. Now, here are Kelly Ripa and Ryan Seacrest.
Hi.
Hello.
Tuesday, January 23rd, 2018. Y'all coming out of the rain, okay?
It's warm though.
It is warm.
It's warm though. I came out in my winter coat. You don't need it.
I know. It is, but tomorrow, it's going from 57 today. This is what I heard. 57 today. But of course, a soupy 57 because of the rain. Tomorrow, a bone-crushing 22.
That's true.
So just...
And
we have that to look forward to.
this gentleman is ready for the bone chill.
Hi, gorgeous. Hi.
Who are you talking to? All right.
Bye.
Not us.
I'm very self-conscious.
Why?
Because of my eye makeup. I started adding some eye makeup, and I ran out of time, and so I started walking out here, and Ryan goes, "Oh, you got your night eyes on," and then he goes, "Oh, I guess night eye."
I said,
So now,
because I saw her leaning into the mirror going like this.
You're so unlike every man in my life. Like, the fact that you notice that I have eyes is fascinating to me. So I'm like, Mark never would have noticed that. He'd be like, what do you mean eye makeup? You wear eye makeup? You have eyes?
No, I was going to say to you, where are you going later? Your plans? Because, you know, the eye knives, they come out.
I'm taking half of my face out later on. It's going to be fun.
One of the eyes.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
What'd you do last night? Anything interesting?
Well, I did do something interesting. I mean, it was interesting. My daughter is taking this class in animal behavior, and it's kind of a fascinating class, and I'm very interested in the sciences, and she had this paper due on basically environmentally and societally, how have we developed, and what was the biggest factor in like us breaking off from the apes. Like, what was the big thing? And, you know, there's a lot of research on that.
Right.
And I was like, now? It's like 10 o'clock at night. She's like, I just need some help with this. And so we went through it, and I started reading these articles because I had not read them. I'm not in the class, and I was reading them, and I was like, this is fascinating stuff. I'm like, you are getting a great education. I am getting my money's worth. And she's literally like taking a selfie. I'm like, have you heard anything I just said? Anyway, it was a very interesting.
What did you learn? What did you take away? What's going to be in your report?
In my report that I wrote, no, but for me, the biggest takeaway is that we, you know, there are so many similarities, but we are a society built on trust, mutual trust. Trust is what allows us to sort of have the opportunities to go into the workforce and to, like when we give birth, as women, when we give birth, yes, we take the baby, but we also hand our baby to other people. That's what we do in our society, whereas apes will protect and guard their babies for the first 6 to 8 months. They do not let anybody else touch their baby, even another female ape, because they are so afraid that the other ape might harm their baby. And it really does impact their life in a way. Like, they have greater periods of time in between having babies.
I like that you're holding the...
I'm holding my imaginary.
I don't...
And have you noticed that I, of course, became an ape instead of a human?
You just were very protective of your baby.
I was like, I'm not letting you near.
I don't even want to say hi.
But it was very fascinating, all of the... There's just so many... There's a lot. I'm simplifying it. But trust, to me, is sort of the thing that really separates us.
It's interesting because I took a class on human behavior last night.
Where'd you go?
I watched The Bachelor.
Oh, that anthropological experiment gone awry.
So I said to Georgia, let's watch this.
You said to the dog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, because we can communicate. That's how far we've come since the apes. But Georgia, laying in the bed, she dozed off. But I started to watch this. I know you have strong feelings about it.
I have really strong feelings about it.
I know.
And not the good kind of strong.
I know. And I went into it thinking about that. So has anybody seen over the years The Bachelor, or maybe recently? I like a little escapism right at the end of the day, and so I flipped it on for that reason, and I meet Ari, and I'd seen the commercials, but I haven't really watched the show.
Is Ari a...
He's the Bachelor.
Okay, sorry.
He's kind of like Ross from Friends, in a way. He's got that vibe about him. Very likable, seemingly, except he's on The Bachelor. So anyway,
Right, except he's on The Bachelor.
So I begin to watch, and my first thought is, how can all of these women truly want to pursue him? Why is he God's gift to the earth? I mean, what is so special about him?
Alcohol.
No, there's lots of champagne.
They feed them alcohol.
Well, you see them drinking champagne sitting in hot tubs.
But it's like they are drinking alcohol for all day long. And I hear from very reliable sources that there's no food on set ever. Okay?
So
for maximum drunkenness and emotion, because drinky, sometimes cry-y.
All right, well then to ABC, I will reconsider being The Bachelor. Now that I heard that, it's a...
They will have to get through me to take you.
So let me just say, so I'm watching and I'm thinking, I can't watch it. Then he goes out with CN on a solo date. Now,
and what's CN's deal?
She seems totally normal, which confuses me as well.
Of course she does, but we all know there's going to be a shocking and devastating twist.
Well, she went to Yale, she's asking great questions, and now I'm really taking the ride. This romantic date, it's a beautiful date. He's sweet, she's sweet. He gives her the rose. I get a little emotional at the end of that date. I'm invested. I say to Shayna, wow, I really like CN. She's literally on her phone going, we need rice bran oil. It burns at high heat and the right temperatures. I said, The Bachelor is on. She has no interest.
That's why I love Shayna. That's why I love Shayna. We will never see Shayna on The Bachelor.
I know. But then he goes on a group date, which is totally unbelievable, so I began to not like it again.
The thing that shocks me, right? You go, ladies, I could win The Bachelor in 3 seconds. As old and as decrepit as I am, and as ravaged as my body is from gravity and childbirth, I could still win The Bachelor, because it's all a psychological test, isn't it? Okay? Well, that's what it is.
I'm kind of invested in some of these single dates, but I will say what I came out of it learning, which is what you just said, is that I think it's more of a competition between the women to win, not necessarily them finding their husband.
I hate The Bachelor, because do we really need more television shows and more media about women being pitted against each other? No.
Well, I have big
D.Lauren
news.
is so uncomfortable right now.
No.
He is standing there making a diamond.
Hey,
that's his diamond-making face.
Here's big news. The Bachelor will be joining us at the Atlantis Paradise Island broadcast coming up in just a few days.
Good. Oh,
And you can talk to him about...
I can.
Maybe not anymore, but
he was just canceled his trip. It's a confusing human experiment.
It's really quite simple. And I always say, you know, when they get down to the nitty-gritty, right? The nitty-gritty, and we all know what I mean by the nitty-gritty, the fantasy suite and all of that.
Yeah.
And they're on a yacht. You know, they fly on the jet to the yacht. And she's like, this is how it's going to be when we're married. And I go, no, it's not. When you're married and you start having children, I want them to take The Bachelor and the contestants to, I don't know, come to SAT prep with me and my daughter.
That's what it's like.
Yeah. And let's all go get a strip test together. That's good fun. Hey, and don't forget, Joaquin has ringworm again, so we better go. Yeah, go to the fungal doctor. Come on. Come on, guys. Nobody wears an evening gown on a Tuesday.
Who could it be?
Oh,
I
that's
know.
right. Anderson Cooper.
We know he might be watching from the gym this morning.
Yeah, he's certainly watching. He's not busy doing something else.
Covering tsunami or something
Right.
important?
Exactly. Oh, my gosh. Everybody in Alaska and the surrounding areas there, I mean...
They canceled it. Yeah,
they did cancel it.
But that was crazy to wake up
They
to
had only canceled part of it, though, when I was backstage getting ready. They canceled everything. They totally... Okay, good.
From what we understand, they did. But, I mean, can you imagine you get that alert on your phone first thing in the morning that says go, you know...
Seek higher ground.
Go east and go 100 feet above sea level?
Yeah.
I mean, it's and you know that it could be coming, but from what we understand, it's been definitely canceled down the California coast and the West Coast for now.
And what about people who are really, you know, sleepers? You know what I mean? People that are like, it's waking the dead to get them up out of bed. Is that going to wake them up?
The alert?
Yeah.
I guess they have to count on a family member that doesn't sleep, kind of like we don't sleep.
I mean, we'd
We
be
would
fine because I'd be issuing the alert. They'd be like, "What do you think we should do?" I'd be like, "I'd say
You'd be the
issue the
author
alert."
of the alert.
Yeah, right.
All right.
Big show today. David Duchovny is here.
I have met David. We're just chatting backstage.
I love him. I love him.
Yes, you've known him for a long time, right?
Long time, yeah.
Beth from This Is Us, Susan Kelechi Watson.
Plus, we're going to show you more entries from Live's Check Me Out video contest. Get it? Meow.
Video contest.
Cats. It's all cats.
All right.
Funny cat.
So it's time for Snowway Travel Trivia. Here we go. Go. Time. The rhythm of the
I
rhyme.
have the worst pitching arm ever.
Did you not get it up there
I
on the
can't
second
get it to
level
the
again?
second deck. Look at our crazy googly eyes.
Good morning. Dan Klein from Naples, Florida.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
What number is it? Will you say, or does a gentleman...
49.
49! Big year. This is your bucket list year because, you know, after next year, it's all like going downhill.
One of my things on the bucket list right here.
Well,
He's on a roll. He's checked one off.
checked it off.
All right, we're going to call Cheryl from South Bend, Indiana right now to see if she's watching. Give her a shot to win a beautiful trip to somewhere warm and sunny. Do you think this is coffee? It's ice water. It's really, it's ice.
Mine's vodka. You put ice in yours, huh?
Well, I didn't.
I
but
put a
it
lemon
ended
in
up there.
mine. Because I don't like water that tastes like water.
Hello,
Hi, is Cheryl there?
this is Cheryl. Is this Ryan Seacrest and Kelly Rippler?
It is, Sarah.
My heart is just pounding. Oh my God, good morning.
Good
Good
morning. You're on the
morning.
air with us, live right now.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for calling.
We're looking at your picture. It doesn't look like you're in South Bend in this picture. I think I see the Magic Castle behind you.
That was my trip to Disney. I was fortunate enough to do a Disney Institute and, on customer service training. And if anybody ever gets a chance to do that, oh my gosh, it was amazing.
Did you say, you said a Disney Institute?
Yes, yes. And so my institute was on customer service, and it's like this intensive training that, of course, Disney does it, you know, in their Disney way. And,
Yeah.
you know, of course, it was amazing.
They're really
It was
good with the
amazing.
customer service there, aren't
Oh,
they?
of course, yeah.
You've seen our show. Do you recommend we take that class?
You know what? No, I think you're A1. Yeah, I think you've already taken that class, Ryan.
I just want to be Disney institutionalized. Like, that sounds like fun.
That could go either way, Kelly.
Yeah.
Kelly, I think you are Disney institutionalized.
Good point. Good point, Cheryl.
All right,
We're going to spin the wheel,
let's
see what you're playing for. Here's a great prize, the Fairmont Mayakoba Resort
Very
in
nice.
Riviera Maya in Mexico. 7 days and 6 nights. It includes all meals. Hang on, there's more. It includes a private riverboat tour.
Love that.
The prize value is $7,500. You have 20 seconds and only one guess. Good luck.
Okay.
Okay, on yesterday's show, we talked with Clayne Crawford. While filming a movie, in what country did Clayne say he met Kelly?
Australia.
Congratulations, you and a guest will enjoy 7 days and 6 nights at the Fairmont Mayakoba Resort on the Riviera Maya in Mexico. The magic of the Mayan culture intertwines with world-class facilities at the AAA 5-Diamond and Rainforest Alliance Verified Resort. Enjoy Richard Sandoval's creative cuisine at 4 renewed restaurants, on-property boat tours, the Willow Stream Spa, and El Camaleon, the only course in Mexico to host an official PGA Tour event. Your prize is valued at approximately $7,500.
Nice job.
Cheryl, that looks like such a nice trip.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited. You guys are the best. I love watching you every day, and I'm so appreciative.
We
Thank
love
you
you
so
too.
much.
You already
Please.
Now you're making us blush.
Well, you should.
Now you get to help make the day of a lucky member of our studio audience who will receive a $500 appliance package from Cuisinart. So please pick a number between 1 and 198.
Number 89.
89.
Congratulations. Hey, Cheryl, have a magical day. Thanks for watching. David Duchovny right after the break.
Still ahead on live, Beth from This Is Us, Susan Kelechi Watson. We'll open up Kelly and Ryan's inbox to hear your questions and comments. And coming up next, David Duchovny.
January isn't over. I mentioned that I'm in pursuit of some new hobbies, and Gelman picked up on that.
Yeah, never mention anything here unless you want it
part of-
exploited on the air.
Well, I'm learning that, and it's going to be through the experiment of hatchet throwing, apparently, tomorrow.
Yeah, that may be a new hobby for you.
It may be a new hobby
Year's
selected by
Depends
Michael
on what we're throwing a hatchet at, Gelman.
Exactly.
No, they do say that it's a. They say it's a good way to get through breakups, divorces, things like that. So it depends what we are hatcheting tomorrow.
I know there's like hatchet bars now, hatchet throwing bars, which to me
you're gonna learn
sounds
this
like
too.
a very, dangerous concept.
I think so. Alcohol
right?
and a hatchet.
I mean, sounds like Thanksgiving.
You want us to get the. Kelly wants us to get the Bachelor for hatchet. All right.
He's one of our all-time favorite paranormal investigators. Please welcome back to the show our good friend David Duchovny.
I know he does.
Hang on. That's a lie.
She just said to me, I wonder if David watches The Bachelor, and you do.
I have watched The Bachelor.
Don't.
From time to time. It's true.
No.
I have.
Come on.
My daughter and I bonded over it, and I would watch how she watches, and I would see the kind of man that she was attracted to.
What
and then
kind
I
of
would
man
try
is
to-
she attracted to?
Well, this was my investigation.
Right.
And then she didn't know that, but
Right.
I would subtly watch, and I would try to steer her away from what I thought were the bad guys,
Right.
which were most of them.
Right.
And is there a sign or something that these guys do that you know for sure that's not a good guy?
If their hair is too good.
I will take it as a compliment. So
I mean, he's looking at you.
the fact that I have hair, I'm happy.
Hey, how is
Exactly.
West? Is she
She's
in
great.
college
Yeah,
now?
she is in college.
No kidding. How does she like it?
Yeah, it's a transition.
Yeah,
for sure.
of course it is.
You know, and it's actually for my son who's the first year in high school. It's also a big transition.
It is. So you did both of those transitions
Yeah,
at
the
same
same
time.
yeah.
Wow. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. So did she stay local or did she go far away?
Dartmouth, New
Wow.
Hampshire.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
That's just right.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
just the right amount of separation, as a
right.
matter of fact.
And your mom just celebrated her 88th
She
birthday.
did.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Meg.
She looks great, by the way.
Oh, yeah, that's my sister, Lori.
No
She
kidding.
teaches at St. Anne's. My mother taught at Grace Church for 25, 30 years.
What would she
No
say
kidding.
her secret is to vibrancy and longevity?
Tenacious thirst for revenge.
It just occurred to me, I'm going to live forever. So
You will never die.
I will never die. I've been here for hundreds of years.
I think we should write a book together.
We should, we should.
What book are you? He's written several books, and are you in the process of one now?
Well, I got one coming out in May, but I'll come back and talk.
Please do, because as you know, I love your writing. I think that you are you're a great writer, and you're very, very funny. Does your mom ever, is she afraid she'll wind up in one of your books?
Terrified.
Terrified,
Yeah. And I don't blame her. I mean, you know, there's only so much personal history you can mine for your work. But my mother would teach kids how to read. She taught first and second grade, and she would teach them how to read, and she taught me how to read. And
it's an incredible job.
A lot of my writing, I owe to her. She would sing the vowel song. Actually, is how she would teach them how to read phonetically, rather than A-E-I-O-U. She'd sing A-E-O-O.
Wow.
And sometimes why?
Except she would do it like the old vaudeville. She go, and sometimes why?
Oh, right, nice.
Exactly.
Jazz hands? Jazz hands?
We'll take a break. Why? Because we're coming back with David
That's
Duchovny.
good, that's good.
Still ahead on Live from This Is Us, Susan Kelechi Watson.
Sorry, had a thought. What if...
I have to say, as a woman, isn't that what we all want, is for Mulder to say to us, you still got some scoot in your boot?
Yeah, I'd never heard that phrase before. I saw it written on the page there.
Yeah.
Have you heard it before, scoot in your boot?
No.
Brother, you laughed right in between the lines there, too.
Yes.
Which kind of sold the fact that you hadn't heard it before.
Exactly. That's an actor going, I've got to say scoot in your boot. Well, here it comes.
Do you ever say to the writers,
yes.
No.
Yeah, I don't want to say scoot in the boot. Let me come up with something different.
Yeah, no, it was so odd that I thought it was kind of great. And it's network television, so you can't really...
Say what one might say in that moment. Right.
But this is a character you've been playing for, what, over 20 years now?
Yeah, 25 years.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Yeah. You guys look the same. Like, you both look the same.
I don't know if he looks the same, but, you know, it's odd to play a guy from, excuse me, 30 when I started to however old, 57 now. It's just, you want to be, you know, aware of the fact that our energies change as we get older.
Yeah.
Right.
And you want to bring that to the character. So, you know, I want a wheelchair and a limp.
Do you have a hard time remembering your lines?
No, but I do kind of yearn for the idea of like having the earpiece that some actors wear.
Yeah.
And what I've done to kind of like be my baby steps for that is I'll write stuff out on a computer if I have a computer scene. But then I just feel so horrible about what I'm doing, you know, that I can't even function. I know Brando would write words on other actors' foreheads.
On their faces. Isn't that crazy? You should just carry it. You know what? You should carry a clipboard. Your character could totally have a clipboard, and you just read your lines from the clipboard.
You're just referring to the file.
You're just looking at your X file.
Well, you know, you also actors need like a go-to time saver for when they've gone up. You know, did you ever have that when?
Yes.
So like, you know, like you have like a, well, that's neither here nor there because you know, okay, now here's the line.
Oh, a crutch.
Yeah, like a that's neither here nor there, or you know.
By the way,
you know, as I was saying earlier,
we used to have an actor on All My Children. He would only memorize his blocking, not his lines, and he would write his lines on different props. So wherever he would cross, he would write his line on the coffee cup, and the line would be on the coffee cup. And sometimes we were such jerks, we would swap his props around. Just for fun.
Good to know.
But I just feel like such a phony when I haven't memorized my lines like that. So I feel like I look like the. Please give me the googly eyes, somebody.
Oh yeah, can we do googly eyes? Oh wait,
Like,
let's googly eye him. Wait. Oh.
so I'd say, well, I don't know, Scully. You still got it.
There's some
going on. Still got some.
Scoot in your boot.
Something like that. Did it work?
I like that.
Do you think? Do you personally think that Mulder and Scully should end up together? I mean, there's always that tension between the two of them. Because America wants to know.
I think I'm like the last person to have an opinion. It's like, as you know, it's like when you're on the inside doing a show, you're just kind of taking care of the nuts and bolts of what you do.
But if you were watching it,
it's hard to say. It's hard to say.
Do you watch the show?
I watch it as it's being edited. You know, I'll have ideas, but you know, actually this Wednesday I'll watch because it's a really kind of a great episode.
Okay.
I'm not just BSing.
You're not just saying. Not just saying it.
That's neither here nor there. It does happen to be a great episode.
The X-Files continues Wednesdays.
Tomorrow on Live, James Corden.
How does Ellen get your favorite TV stars in one place?
I have wine.
All new Ellen, Hoda Kotb from The Today Show. Plus, new music from First Aid Kit. Relax with Ellen.
There's a
Without telling my parents who were paying for me to go to school, I crossed the yard, the famous yard at Howard, and I decided to just change my major and become an acting major. And so I didn't tell my parents or anything. I went home and
That's such a good plan.
Yeah, it's a good plan.
Yeah.
It worked. I went home and I told them, they're like, well, at least you're minoring in English so you can have like a career or something to fall back on. And I was like, actually, I took enough dance classes that counts as a minor. So I was majoring in acting and minoring in dance. So I had a set.
A lot of stability
Yeah,
there.
life was going to be
lot of
great.
stability.
And how did the parental units react to that when they found out?
I don't remember. So if I blacked it out, or, I don't remember. But I know
Could have been good.
It was great. But I know that they came down and saw me in a play. And to their credit, from that moment on, they have been my biggest fans.
Oh,
so,
that's
yeah,
great.
Yeah.
That is great news. I just noticed your shoes. I got distracted.
I wore for you.
These are incredible.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
There you go.
Oh my gosh.
I love a shoe.
Yeah. Listen. I hope we're the same size.
Yeah.
Shoes in a romper, she can barely focus.
I know.
I better watch my back.
So then, did you get an opportunity to go to London? Is that right?
We did. You know, when we were at Howard, there was like 10 of us who had the opportunity to go study Shakespeare at Oxford.
Oh my
for
gosh.
the summer.
That sounds daunting, though. Like London, Shakespeare, it just sounds like...
And they never had anyone... They didn't have many minority students, much less people from like an historically black university go. So we were like one of the inaugural groups to go. But none of us had the extra money to go. And each person was like $5,000 per person or something like that.
Right.
And I remember a friend of mine reached out to Felicia Rashad, who's also an alumni of Howard. And they got on the phone with Felicia, and Felicia was like, oh no, you are going. And we were like, okay. And she was like, I will call you back. And she hung up. And the next thing she knows, she calls back and she's like, so Denzel and I are paying for you guys to go
Denzel.
to
Washington?
Denzel?
Yes. A little Mr. Washington, and I'm happy to say he paid for my scholarship.
Oh my gosh.
And we went and had this amazing summer that changed all of our lives. And I saw Mr. Washington on some occasion, like years later, and I said, excuse me, Miss Washington, you paid for my scholarship to go. And he was like, yeah, you're welcome.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it was amazing. It
oh
was
my
like,
gosh.
Yeah.
Did you ever have you sent him flowers since then?
We sent them gifts, you know, as much as like college students could do.
No,
like,
I mean now that you're on This Is Us.
I should probably, it's coming.
You can take him.
Okay, good. So we got this for you, Mr. Washington.
He'll appreciate it.
And a mug.
He's getting the mug.
He'll love it.
I got you something.
Yeah.
As
it's not regifted. No.
You're also featured in Jay-Z's video.
I am.
As the wise Blue Ivy.
As the wise Blue Ivy, who is now the President of the United States.
Oh, that's amazing.
For Family Feud.
That's
Yeah,
like a
for
big
Family
deal. Like he
Feud.
casts you as his
Actually,
daughter grown up.
Ava DuVernay, who is the director of it, cast me. And it was super secret. Like my agents called me and my manager called me and said, you know, there's this project that Ava wants you to do, but we don't know what it is. And she wants to speak to you directly, and she doesn't want you to tell us what it is. So I said, Ava wants me to do something, she can call me. And I gave them my number. I was like, she can call me. And so she calls, and she was like, hello, Susan. I was like, yes. And she was like, well, the project is, I was like, yes, I will do it. Then she tells me it's Jay-Z's video. And she wants me to play Blue Ivy. So again, I said, yes, I will do it.
Right.
And I was just surrounded by amazing women. It was like Niecy Nash, and it was Constance Wu, and it was Rosario Dawson, and just, you know, just name after name.
Yeah.
And we were at the founding mothers table, and we were making amendments to the Constitution.
Wow.
So that, yeah, we can live in a better, safer.
Incredible.
Grammy nominated.
I know. When we come back, Susan's going to tell us why she almost quit acting. There was a time where she almost quit acting.
Enter live Check Me Out video contest.
That was a scene, of course, from This Is Us. Do you think people were devastated when they found out that you and Sterling K. Brown are not married in real life?
You know what? The more devastating thing is that they find out that he is married, and they keep going, you sure you guys don't want to be married? Like, come on. No, he has, of course, Ryan Michelle Bethay is his gorgeous and wonderful wife, and we're actually friends, too.
I just met her, and she's so lovely, but I was like, this isn't your wife.
No, yeah, people get disappointed. It's funny, because people get so wrapped in a story, you know what I mean? That they really do believe it.
Well, you guys have incredible on-screen chemistry.
Thank you.
Is that because you're very close off-screen as well?
We've really gotten to be very good friends off screen, and it just keeps growing, like, as we do the show. And so much of what I do is with Sterling, you know what I mean? That we just have a chance to really make these characters sort of just blend and kind of grow into each other in a way they're just becoming one thing, you know? So that, and on top of that, we both studied at NYU, and so we both have like a similar actor training, and so being with him is like, it's sort of this ride that you get on, and once you get on, we just keep going until we get off. Do you know what I mean? And we just kind of trust that it's all going to be there.
Did you know the show would be the hit that it is when you read the script?
Absolutely not.
Right.
Absolutely not. I know the script was really good.
Right.
Like it was different. It, like, to the point where I read it, I put it down and I said, I'm going to fly out to LA to do this, you know, because they were asking me to come out to LA to read with Sterling.
Right.
And I wasn't sure if I needed to or not, but as soon as I read it, I was like, I have to go do this. So we knew that we loved it, but we didn't know what everyone else was going to think.
You were talking about all the training that you had and all the success you have now. Was there a time when you actually thought you were going to give up acting?
Was there a time? One time?
Was there many times? Why were you going to walk away?
Tell us about the last time.
The last time.
Right before This Is Us.
Back in time. I think, first of all, if it wasn't for my mom and my landlady, I'd probably have been homeless. Because, you know, it just goes, it's up and down so much. Do you know what I mean? And the last time, I came up with a plan the last time, though. The last time I was good. It wasn't just a pity party. I was like, no, I'm going to move to Montreal.
Okay.
I'm going to become a barista, and I have enough money because the Canadian dollar is less than the US dollar to live for like 6 months. And I was on Zillow. The rent was really good.
Yeah.
And so I had all the steps laid out, and I was like, no, this will be good. I'll get to learn French. You know, it'll be fine. And then I got the call about This Is Us. So
unbelievable.
Yeah, yeah.
We almost lost you to Montreal. I'm glad you stayed. I'm glad you stuck around. Congratulations on the SAG Award also.
Thank you.
And all good things to you. It's really true.
Great to see you.